covering Mars in the 4th house in Taurus for Aquarius ascendant people. Okay. Where Mars is controlling your 10th house and 3rd house. So here, Mars is in the 4th house in Taurus. And remember, Mars is not just in Taurus. Mars is actually conjunct 3 planets. Now you must be wondering, how is it that Mars is conjunct 3 planets? Because every single person will have different type of Mars. Your Mars could be with Rahu, Saturn, Jupiter. Okay. No. This Mars is actually conjunct Venus and Moon. Even if it's not in your chart, conjunct is conjunct. Number one. And so one thing we see here, you would have noticed the character of your mother. If you teased your mother just a little bit, she would charge you like the bull. Or anybody. You know, if anybody just try to criticize your mother, like you will see anytime if somebody texts your mother, or you text your mother with something sarcastic and funny, she will have a very strong reply back. And especially also shows you, and especially you have a younger brother, both of you, and especially if it's a female chart, then the husband, you must work like the bull in order for you to sustain your wealth and money. Meaning, I'll give you an example. Let's say you are working and you have a business. You're working in a job. Okay. And your sibling is getting married. And you're excited. You're about to take 3 or 4 days off. Okay. And you're going to be like, okay, I don't need to do this work, whether it's my job or business. I'll just come back because I'm already caught up. When you leave 3 or 4 days, you're, let's say, going to Hawaii for their wedding. When you come back, you will have a hard time sustaining that work. You have a business. You're like, okay, I'm going to shut my shop down for 3 days, 4 days. I'm going to come back, or I'm going to shut my business down. It'll take you 7-8 months to get that business back on track. Now, this doesn't mean if you have a working hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., okay, that means you have to work 24 hours in order to sustain yourself. No, if those are your hours, those are your regular hours, okay? And that sneeze was also an omen, okay? That what I'm saying, you can have a break. You see how a sneeze happened and I had to take a break for a few seconds. So what I'm saying is actually very concrete. So what do I mean? So let's say you have regular working hours, 9 to 5, and you close your shop and you come home. That's fine. You're closed on the weekend. Those are your made hours. Okay, no. But when you're closing your business on a weekday, that's when the trouble comes in. So what do? What is it that you have to, how do you get around this? Simple. Even if you're going to a wedding for 3 days, every day on your laptop or phone or iPad, log on and focus on work for 30 minutes. 30 minutes to an hour. Look at your work every day. What's going on? What shipping is coming? Call somebody. Or if you have a shop, have somebody else watch that shop. It needs to be open, not closed because you decided to go. And the funny thing is, I've seen this like occur when I was like testing this technique with people. I said, if something like that happened, let me know. It's not like everybody's going to do it, but some people did. Took time off. And then it was hard to suddenly sustain the clients that they were getting regularly. So as long as you are working, so even if you're in a job and you're like, I don't have work, no. Log on and work. You have to work like a bull. And especially this Mars in the 4th house shows me your best work. See, right now you could be in your 20s, early 30s doing some odd job. I did odd jobs till 31 that weren't meant for me. Okay? Even though I was feeling comfortable because money was starting to come in, but it wasn't me. Those I'm not talking about. The ultimate work that will give you success is the work that is outside of the office. It's out in the field. And especially the work that makes you travel will be the best. The work that makes you travel, short distance travel, long distance travel. When your work is in a luxury environment, or you're meeting people of a luxury caliber like elite, your Mars will always strengthen your profession. The other thing, you are responsible for your transformation. Okay? There's another way. I'll tell you how the transformation can come in. But you know how some people with certain ascendants and placement, they get a transformation by doing certain activity. Okay? For example, let's say somebody got married, and after marriage, they had a big transformation in their life. Financial life, material life, all of these type of lives. Okay. Somebody gave birth to children or became a father or mother. Transformation came in. Somebody just simply traveled on a cruise. Transformation happened. I've actually shown this. I don't know. It was a course where when I said that this position, when you go on a cruise, you will meet your spouse. This person actually met their spouse when they were on a cruise. So transformation happened with different things. Here, you are responsible. You're the one who will self-motivate yourself to bring a transformation. But you know what the transformation is? Whenever you start a new job, new work, or whenever you're working, transformation is naturally happening. Work. So let's say you're 21 years old, 22 years old, graduated, no job, no work is coming. Go do some internship for free. Just that internship will start activating your 10th house. The second thing that brings a transformation, especially with Mars in the 4th house as your 10th lord and 3rd lord, is if your father, whenever father gifts you money, put it in the bank, save it. Like there should be a specific account. Like if you have a savings and a checking, get a separate checking account and just tell the father, give me some money, and keep that money in there, in that bank. That will trigger your transformation as well. Why? It's all logic. It's not like just some fluff knowledge. It's all logic. Which house is the father? 9th house, which in your case will be Libra. Okay. Naturally, which is money, luxury with Venus. Second from the 9th house is the wealth of the father, which is the 10th house of Scorpio. So when father's money goes into your account, especially related to your work, you will see a transformation come in. Like, so if there's an account where your money paycheck comes in from the job that you do, same account, have father put money. It's not like you have to have the whole money for lifetime in there. No. He just needs to do it one time and you will see. Within a month, you will see a transformation. Then this is also a very good placement for marriage. You must be thinking Mars in the 4th house is Manglik Yoga. No. Mars' 4th aspect is on the 7th house. Mars will protect your marriage. Mars will make your marriage very much full of fun, passion, and lust. See, lust is not something outside of marriage. Lust can be for your spouse. What this Mars will do, though, you will get frustrated related to money and giving money to either elder sibling or social circles or friends. They will always somehow, one of them, time to time, will bother you related to money. Money and your actual support. Those are the things that you will not like. You will get rid of those things. But also at the same time, what will make you angry is dealing with the father, dealing with managers, authorities, which is normal. Okay. Which is normal with this particular Mars. People fight their parents, people love their parents. And especially what frustrates you is not getting higher education or not being able to get into some college or universities. Like imagine the time period when you couldn't get into a higher education or you couldn't meet a certain guru. That would frustrate you. And especially with this Mercury or Mars shows me that spouse will be quite well versed in finance, economics, maybe even be in real estate or restaurant related type work and business. Now, I can't say if they're going to be in a job or business. For that, I have to see the actual chart. And husband loves luxury. Husband loves luxury. And especially you will see this person's home. I don't care if you're 2025 and you're just starting your life up. This is not these predictions that I give is for people who are literally by mid 30s. The third round of Jupiter is when really you will see the predictions come alive. You see it in your chart. Or if you're an astrologer. When you do reading of somebody who's gone through the third round of Jupiter, predictions just sink in. Somebody's 20, 25, you're beating around the bush. Okay, if it's not this, maybe it's this. If it's not that, maybe it's this. So understand at one point, not only your husband will love luxury, fine foods, but he would like his home to be full of luxurious technical things. For example, like Alexa, Siri, like not Siri, but Alexa, right? Alexa, turn the oven on. Alexa, turn this light on. They would love to have a TV that kind of like goes down onto the floor or hides into the wall at one point. They will love those things. Your husband will not like to have an Android. Your husband will like to have an iPhone. Although funny thing is now I will actually want to switch to Android because I love that Z Fold 6. Although Z Fold 7 is coming, I love that phone. It's perfect, especially for my hand and text. It's thin. So it's not like that iPhone where you're like, and you're texting. Well, that one was like just seamless. I'm like, I should just get that as a second media phone or something. Also with Mars in the fourth house, you will, one definitely attains property. Okay, but how you attain it, when you attain it, you're going to have to see Venus's time period or Venus, how Venus is situated. But Mars wants to see Mars. When Mars is in the fourth house, one is going to fight for getting the property. Like, for example, you're going to have to fight for property. How? Does that mean you have to go to court to get a property? No. Those are rare cases. The main thing is you're going to go into a bidding war. You want a property that the agent will say or the broker will say, well, actually, we already have an offer. Okay, and they're like, okay, well, what is the offer? Usually they don't tell you because I've worked in this industry. They're like, what is your offer? They're like, well, I'll pay you $5,000 more on the asking price. And they'll be like, no, it's going to have to be a little bit more. It's like $15,000. Okay, we can take that offer. So now you're going back and forth with the other person fighting on that particular property. Now, of course, with the malefics in fourth or impact on Mars, yeah, you could be in court cases with the family and fighting with your brother and sister about the property, which I do not know why people do that. I always thought about this. I never actually even wanted my parents' property. Even if my mom had a property, which she sold, didn't care, never asked for any, portion from it, never cared that I mentally was detached from all those things. So if we actually had properties, I would be telling my sisters, you guys take it, I'm good. But anyway, because it's funny when I'm doing my readings and I'm hearing these things, oh, I am fighting with my sister related to my parents' property, or I'm fighting with that. I'm like, imagine your life without that fight for that piece of land, which is not even theirs. It's going to be government after they pass away. Things will change. Let it go. Be in peace. Peace. Okay. you know. But yeah, I mean, if somebody's illegally occupying your property, you want to fight those things. But I just could never get. And usually I get that only in like charts I do with people from India. Like they are in like 16-year long court case battle related to land, with either fathers with their uncle or son with the aunt or something. Because there's a lot of passing down of ancestral property. And whenever I see that, I always see the connection of 6th and 4th Lord and Mars. That's how simple it is. If 6th Lord, 4th Lord, and Mars are somehow connected, there are many ways for them to be connected. You will see, you'll be fighting with your family, aunts and uncles or somebody, to gain that property. And the more you do it, you will see such people also will then deal with certain health issues connected with Mars. When you're just like knowing that it's going to waste your time, and you know that this property really shouldn't be mine, but legally it's supposed to be mine, okay. You want to watch out for all these things. You will see people who go into 10-year-long court cases with family, see their health, especially their BP. Their BP will rise or BP gets low. Once you get entangled up into these things. Now, unless if something was under your name and then was taken, yes, you should fight. But when you're fighting with aunts, uncles, and all of that thing, it's better to get out. I've seen this in my own family, like my own extended nuclear family in India and all that, fighting over things, health deteriorated. Okay. Literally 1, 2, 3, almost 4. You know, but again, it depends on situation to situation, how your situation is. You know, if grandfather left a property under name of 5 people and now you're trying to divide it, one is not wanting to divide, that's when those are the places. But again, everybody to each their own. Maybe you won't want to fight for that property. You have the yoga that you're going to fight for that property and get that property. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Mars in the 4th house for Aquarius ascendant people. Again, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. So you don't miss this type of videos. If you want to know everything about your chart consultations, check out the link here at astrology.com. Especially under shop section, you'll find everything there. All right. Bye-bye.